I've been fortunate enough to go from $250,000 in debt, working in construction and struggling to pay my bills, to living a life most people only dream of. And in the next 12 minutes, I want to give you the blueprint of how you can 12x your trading profits over the next 6 months. Before we jump in, I know you won't want to get to the end without knowing that I'm legit, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. First, I'm the founder of FundedX Prop Firm. Founded FundedX in 2023 October, and we've been growing ever since, and almost 2 years now in the prop space. A very cemented firm in the industry, and very proud to be the owner of that. Number two is my daily student wins that we have. So as we can see here, Jeremy with amazing gold trades, 4 RR on 2 entries that he caught, absolutely amazing. Laurie as well with a 3.68 RR trade on Bitcoin. He's killing Bitcoin, this guy, really good Bitcoin trader. Jai's trading account went from 50k profit in 27 days, and Jody with a beautiful 4 RR trade on gold following our strategy. Now, number one is process over profits. So basically what we need to do is we want to stop chasing the P&L and instead just focus on taking good trades. Of course, if you're looking at your P&L, you're going to get stressed, you're going to get agitated, you're going to see your trading profit, you're going to see your trade on a loss, you're going to feel a certain type of way. However, if we're just focusing on building skills and consistency, we can then focus on the profits later. Trade as consistent as you can first, and then worry about the dollar amount. But don't even look at the dollar amount when you're in a trade. Just focus on that good trade that you need to take, and that's going to give you the best standpoint moving forward. Now, becoming a risk manager is super important. Very, very important. Actually, one of the most important parts of trading, because again, we don't want to force trades and we want to limit losses. This is what we want to be doing. So if we are a risk manager, we're doing everything in our power to protect our capital. Protecting capital is number one, making money is number two. Or even not even making money is number two. Protecting capital, number one, staying consistent, staying focused, following a plan, and then money will come after that. So again, we definitely don't want to be forcing anything in the markets. And number three, which we're going to come to now, is the one idea per trade. So basically, when we're taking a setup, we don't want to be wrong twice. Look, if we're wrong, we're wrong. It's just a trade, we move on. But the problem with this is if you're taking 3 or 4 trades per trade idea, or you're doubling up on your trades, or you're taking a loss and you're jumping back in, or you're going break even and you're jumping back into another trade, this is going to make your losses much bigger than they should be. By having one idea per trade, what this means is prices in a certain area, you are taking one single trade in that zone. Meaning that if you're wrong, you move on. Even if we, for some reason, have a loss and then there's another valid entry and ends up going in our direction, I really recommend one idea per trade, because the opposite thing could happen where you take a loss, take another trade based on the same idea of where you think price is going to go, and it doesn't work out. Let's say you have another entry of where you think price is going to go, and it doesn't work out. So you could have 3 losses going against you. You're taking 3 losses that you shouldn't have to take. You don't need to take. So it's very, very smart to step back and really think, okay, if we're taking one idea per trade, then we're going to be putting ourselves in a really good position to take one good trade. And that is the key to trading, one good trade per day. So again, don't try to chase multiple scenarios within one trade. One clear idea. If I'm wrong, I'm out. If I'm right, I'll let it play out. Very good motto, and something you should bring into your trading. Even write this down, guys. Write this down in front of you. If I'm wrong, I'm out. If I'm right, I'll let it play out. How good's that? That's going to make you really disciplined to take one good trade. You're not going to rush an entry. You're not going to revenge trade. You're not going to do all these bad habits. They'll be cut. So then you can actually just focus on simply taking a good trade and being done with the day. Number 4 is it's data over gut feel alone. Now, while I do think intuition has a big part in trading, I also believe that you can't have the intuition without a lot of data to back you up. Where does that data come from? Your previous trades, back testing, and your journaling. That's how you build data on a strategy. Someone can build data for you and tell you that they have a profitable strategy, but your confidence is not going to be there. You won't be able to use that intuition if you're not 100% sure on the data that you possess on your trading strategy. So again, like I said, Journaling is going to be super, super important in this stage. And of course, tracking your performance. This is where TradeZella is a very, very good tool. Again, you could do your own journaling, but you cannot really collect the data or automate the data as well as TradeZella will. So very much recommend that for performance tracking. And we can do a video later on to show you exactly how I use that and how you can too. And by the way, there's a free course down below. So the first link in the description for the Currency Squad, definitely go and check that out. Just wanted to throw this in before we continue with the video, but go and watch that course now. It's a ton of value for you. So hopefully you enjoy. And number 5 is having the right mentorship and the right community. Now this is key. This is absolutely key, because the thing is, if you have the right mentorship and the right community, you're going to go a long way. You're going to really take your trading to a whole different level, and just being around people that are trading the same way as you, being around like-minded people and having guidance along the way, it's obviously invaluable. You can learn from YouTube, you can learn from my YouTube, get a small understanding of the strategy, or a very, very good understanding of the strategy. However, in terms of refinements and applying and being around and guidance around that journey, the mentorship community is obviously going to be the quickest way to get from A to Z in trading, quickest way to make yourself the best trader that you can possibly be. And obviously the benefits to a mentorship or a community is that you get to trade live with a coach. When you don't have feedback, you're going to constantly lose. Sometimes it's small tweaks. Yes, good, but hang on, you didn't wait for this. You didn't wait for this last bit of liquidity. You didn't wait for that support level to be taken. You didn't wait for price to give us our final entry model there. And then that's gonna fix your trading, boom. So again, just quick fixes to small things that you just can't see, because of course you don't have the experience yet. But when you build that experience, it's gonna avoid that constant losing. And again, getting the feedback on the entries, getting the feedback on the trades, and as well just watching how we trade live, how we do things live, how we go about our updates throughout the day, how we actually take a trade, what our mindset is while we're in a trade. This is going to build so much confidence in you as a trader. And of course, the community builds accountability. You can throw ideas around, you can talk about your concerns. Did you have a good week? Talk about it. Did you have a bad week? Talk about it. What are you seeing on the day? Talk about it. And again, this all comes down to regulating your emotions. When you're all alone and you're on a screen and you're just watching the charts and hoping to make some money, you don't have anyone to lean on. So emotionally, it's all on you. However, when you have a community to lean on, for example, you're talking with other traders, oh, I just had a loss, don't worry, it's just a loss, we move on, we do this, this is what we could have done better, this is how we're going to do it next time, this is what we're seeing now, there's more opportunities later in the session, whether it be the New York Open, whether it be the London Open, whether it be the Asian session, there's more opportunities tomorrow, don't worry, keep your head up, stuff like this, regulating your emotions to a point where you can just be calm and just make good decisions constantly while you're trading. Now, obviously I know most mentorships can cost a lot of money, and most of them, they aren't great either. And that's something that is very common in this industry. But at the end of the day, you're the one who makes the decisions. So what you can do is you're either going to pay with time to become profitable. In my case, it was 4 years, and it's a long time. I had to learn, and I did take many mentors. I probably spent about 40K in mentorships overall. I definitely should get these numbers. It'd be really quite interesting. Probably more than that, I'm actually, now that I think about it. So yes, I did a lot of one-on-one mentoring and stuff like this because I wanted to become profitable. But the problem with me is I tried everything. So I was strategy hopping when something didn't work and spending more money. But then I found that I had to create my own strategy. That was just how my journey had to go. And that's what I did. So you're either going to pay with time to become profitable, which for me took 4 years, or you can invest in a mentor with a proven track record in a community and become profitable much faster. Now that sounds a lot better to me. So again, that's what I very much recommend you guys do. And it doesn't have to be me. I know you're watching my videos and you're watching this right now. It doesn't have to be me. Find someone that you like with a track record, with a real mentorship community that's driven for success. Of course, guys, like I said before, the free course is down below. But of course, mentorship community is what I do. So I have the Currency Squad. That's my company that I've built. And our job is to get you from A to Z in the quickest time frame that we possibly can. Really get you as profitable as possible in the shortest time. Again, if we can do 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, man, that's our goal. That's really our goal. So if you want more information, of course, the link is in the description below. Or if you're a more experienced and serious trader. So I've definitely been, I've been on Words of Wisdom, I've been on Titans of Tomorrow, which are the 2 biggest trading podcasts in the world. And if you're a more serious trader, maybe you're watching these episodes, you like the way I talk about things, my psychology, my mindset, and everything like this. Or you're just simply tired of staying where you are and you want to take that leap. You really want to take that leap and become profitable. And to do that, stop second guessing every entry that you make. Finally hold trades with confidence, knowing why you're in and where you're going. Trade with a repeatable plan, not emotion or guesswork. Then the Currency Squad is for you. One-to-one access to me for live sessions, my complete strategy blueprint, real-time trade alerts with full analysis, weekly group coaching calls, and access to my private prop firm connections. Apply now on the link below. I'd love to see you there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe this video. I've got way more coming for you guys, so stay tuned. Thank you so much.